Well, good afternoon, everyone. Finally getting around to talking about this thing here. This is an HD, I'm sorry, not HD. Though it does come in an HD, it's a digital antenna. I can pick up 7 channels here, believe it or not. And I'll show you something about that in a second. So this thing is advertised at like, I think 150 miles. It don't go 150 miles. Or maybe it does in like perfect conditions. It really just does whatever. And it's beaming that way, or receiving beams from that way. And that right there is my 2-meter ground plane. And that thing is actually working really, really cool. It's pretty amazing what I can receive on that. That's ham radio crap. But we're not talking about ham radio crap today. We're talking about this thing. It looks really cool. I mean, just looking at it, it looks like, man, I ought to be able to talk to a space station or something. But, no, I can't. It actually rotates. There is a motor inside this thing that is powered by the coax that feeds it. This is the coax that feeds it. When you hit the rotatey button, it goes either counterclockwise or clockwise, depending on, well, kind of stupid stuff. Left button doesn't always work left. It sometimes does the, you know, whichever way it wants to go, and then you kind of gotta chunk it around a little bit, and then finally it goes to where you want. I have had this thing for, let's say 3 or 4 months, and over the 3 or 4 months, I have noticed that the quality of the signal that I am receiving has deteriorated. And I looked it up online, and apparently through the summertime, it's not even summer yet, but through the summer months, it does deteriorate with the moisture in the air and something with solar stuff, like flares and shit, something. Anyway, you can see here that I have a very large J-pole. That's what that thing's called. I was going to mount it up there and then realized that it wouldn't fit. So I took a pair of channel locks and started squishing it, and then realized, well, that's not going to work. It got stupid on me. I'm just not going to do that. I don't want to ruin this J-pole. I actually, since I have gotten this thing, have decided another purpose for this, but that's for another video. But yeah, this thing, I think maybe we can get down here. There is a light on this thing. Right in there. Yeah, I think you can see that. That means it's on. And I'm probably sterile right now by standing with this thing. Yeah, whatever. I don't know, it's not messing with the camera, so there's probably not that big of an EMF thing going on. Yeah, it does collapse for like portable use. This whole rod thing here comes out, and all these ringy doohickeys come off, and this stuff folds down and these fold in. I don't need to do that. I don't ever plan on really moving it, though looking at it, it does look like it's tilting down a little bit from where I put it up. Yeah, apparently the mount come loose. Okay, that'll be something I'll have to deal with. Maybe that's what's going on. Well, part of it. I did run the coax through this new J-pole just to kind of keep it out of the way of the rotation if I needed to rotate it, which I have a couple times, but I can pretty much go inside from 6 o'clock in the morning when I get up to 9 o'clock is pretty much the only time that I can receive any kind of stations. And then at about 5 or 6 at night until, well, 9 o'clock in the morning is pretty much how it goes. It does have a cool little, let's see if we can get down here, a cool little rain boot over the coax that goes in there. And, you know, obviously, of course, has to keep the rain out. And I'm kind of surprised how wiggly this thing is. Shouldn't be that wiggly. I did mount it pretty good. Well, I guess there's something I need to work on. But for the most part, 7 channels from nothing. I did away with, what was it, Dish Network. Because screw that, I'm not paying $130 a month to watch TV. This thing was like 35 bucks or something. And I can get 7 channels. I can always get 3 channels. But the other 4 channels are kind of like hit and miss. The only thing about putting this J-pole in here that I, obviously intended on hooking it up there, I can't rotate it very far. It goes here and then stops because that radial hits the J-pole. So this guy is going to have to be moved, and I would still like to get a taller hooky-uppy thingamajig to get him up in the air a little bit more. But yeah, it is pretty cool. It comes with a little box, and the box is kind of weird. It has a digital what the hell is that thing called? A digital out to TV1, and then there's like a TV2 that you have to have. Man, I can hear idiots riding four-wheelers. But anyway, the TV out 2, you have to have another digital box or converter box or whatever the hell it's called. So I guess this thing only does one. But anyway, it's working, and I really am very surprised. For 35 bucks, pretty happy. Well, I did a lot of work today on the chicken coop. Yeah, apparently it's not working good. I have 3 chickens. All 3 of these damn things are out now. I think I may have found the problem here. It doesn't really appear that there's any scratchy marks under there. And it's maybe 4 inches. I suppose a chicken could scooch under that. And I've kind of been looking around here, and I don't really see any other places they might have come out. The issue was that they would get on that little board down there. That's the ramp. That's their hole to come out into their pasture. They would fly off that and fly over the fence. Well, I put this stuff up, and I kind of don't think they could make that. Maybe they can. Maybe I gotta tie a rock to the back of these things or something to keep them in there. Or just cook them and forget the whole thing. But there is something going on, and I was kind of really confident that they're not going to be coming out today. I mean, this night. But they did. Well, yeah, gonna do my Sherlock Holmes stuff on the birds. How do you keep getting out? Oh, hey look, those 2 just gave you up. Oh, you're gonna run away too, huh? How do you get out? I will find out. I kind of feel like I'm in that movie Jurassic Park right now. They're in there. There's one. There's a raptor. They're in there now. That's their little hatchy, outy, go-y thing. They're in there. How long will they stay in? Nobody knows. Oh my God. So I'm pretty sure all the birds are in where they're supposed to be. And this is extra fencing that was given to me, actually. I think I found out these little Houdini sons of guns were coming out. That little 4-inch hole down there, or something. I'm pretty sure, and by saying pretty sure, like I'm not sure, but I think I saw one squeeze under there, kind of out of the corner of my eye, and it was up and around, so I just stuffed a little roll of stuff there. If that holds them tonight, that is pretty good confirmation that they're in there, and that is a problem. Actually, look at them right now. Oh, there's 1, there's 2, and there's number 3. They're all 3 in there. So they haven't come out since I did that. Don't you squawk at me. Yeah, they're in there. I did lay that thing back down because it's kind of like a makeshift nesting box. It's the top of a dog kennel of some sort, and it seems like they like to lay their eggs in there. I can't get the camera in there. Up top here, this thing is pretty cool. If they would just go here, it's like a perfect place for them to, there's a little roost, and it would be a great nesting box. Goes into their building. They were in there this morning. I blocked them in last night so they couldn't even get out. I blocked their escape hatch, and I'm not focusing. Their escape hatch, right there. I blocked that so they could not get out, and they, 2 of them were in here, and then there was one sitting on a perch over here, or roost, or whatever you call it. You know what? Bindweed. I hate bindweed. That is something that I absolutely hate. And I also hate escapee chickens, but they're all in there still. Well, that is kind of cool. Yeah, you got something to say, sweetie? Come on. Come on, chick. No? A little bit of stuff. Alright. Yeah, she's mumbling under her breath about how pissed off she is being stuck in here, though. But they are all in there. And maybe that was the problem. I also thought about where their escape hatch is over there, where they would stand on top of that and then fly up over before this was here. This is only like 4 foot high, and I'm pretty sure they were just jumping over it. Kind of thought about making some sort of a tube thing come down to the ground where they would have to go in and out of. And alright, well, that works. Had some sort of tube thing that they couldn't stand on, slippery or something, or just inaccessible to them to where they couldn't get on it. But I kind of think that just stuffing that little wad of wire right there might have stopped everything. I really hope so. I'm really tired of screwing with this crap. Aside from just blocking it completely off and keeping them in this, what is it, 8x8 or something? Dude, chill out. Shooting a video here. I think all 3 of them are up there now. Yeah, all 3 of them are. Yeah. Alright, well anyway, they're going to bed. I guess I'm going to bed too. Dude, come on. Alright, well, hey, thanks for watching. Have a good one.